On March 8, 2014, Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370 took off from Kuala Lumpur International Airport at 12:41 a.m., heading for Beijing, China. On board were 239 passengers and crew members from various countries, many of them eager to reach their destination after a routine flight lasting just under 6 hours. But what started as an ordinary trip soon turned into one of the greatest aviation mysteries of all time. Around 40 minutes after takeoff, as the Boeing 777 crossed into Vietnamese airspace, all contact with the plane was lost. The aircraft suddenly disappeared from radar, leaving air traffic controllers puzzled. There was no distress call, no emergency transmission, just silence. The plane had vanished. Initial search efforts. As soon as MH370 was reported missing, a massive international search operation was launched. Search and rescue teams from 26 countries were dispatched to scour the potential crash zones. Using satellite data, radar readings, and oceanography experts, authorities tried to reconstruct the plane's path. Early satellite data revealed a shocking detail. After the plane lost contact with air traffic control, it made a sharp turn westward, flying off its intended route. Instead of heading north to Beijing, MH370 turned into the Indian Ocean, traveling far off course. For reasons unknown, the flight was flying in the complete opposite direction. The search area stretched from the South China Sea to the remote southern Indian Ocean, covering millions of square kilometers. Despite sophisticated underwater equipment and technology, the wreckage was nowhere to be found. The discovery of debris. For more than a year, the families of the passengers waited, hoping for answers. Then, in July 2015, a small breakthrough occurred. A piece of aircraft debris was found washed ashore on Réunion Island, a French territory in the Indian Ocean. This debris, known as a flaperon, was confirmed to be from MH370, providing the first physical evidence of the flight's fate. In the years that followed, more pieces of debris were discovered on beaches across the Indian Ocean, on Mauritius, Madagascar, and Mozambique. However, these fragments offered little insight into the plane's final moments, and the primary wreckage, along with the plane's black boxes, remained missing. The disappearance of MH370 sparked countless theories about what might have happened. Here are some of the most prominent. 1. Pilot suicide. Some investigators believe that Captain Zahari Ahmad Shah, the pilot of MH370, may have deliberately diverted the plane and caused it to crash in the southern Indian Ocean. Supporters of this theory point to flight data that suggests a deliberate course change and the fact that the plane continued flying for hours after losing contact. 2. Hijacking or terrorism. Another theory suggests that the plane may have been hijacked or taken over by terrorists. However, no group has claimed responsibility for the incident, and there's no conclusive evidence to support this theory. 3. Mechanical failure. Some aviation experts argue that a catastrophic mechanical failure, such as a fire or decompression, may have caused the crew to lose control of the aircraft. In such a scenario, the plane could have continued flying on autopilot until it ran out of fuel and crashed into the ocean. And 4. Military involvement. More speculative theories involve the possibility of military intervention, accidental missile strikes, or secret operations that led to the plane's disappearance. In 2018, the Malaysian government released a final report on the disappearance of MH370. The report concluded that investigators were unable to determine the exact cause of the plane's disappearance. While it acknowledged that the plane's course deviation was likely due to manual input, it stopped short of blaming the crew or ruling out other causes like mechanical failure or sabotage. To this day, Flight MH370 remains missing, and the families of the 239 passengers are left with few answers. The disappearance of MH370 is one of the most haunting unsolved mysteries in aviation history. It has led to changes in how planes are tracked, with new regulations requiring more frequent satellite communication and real-time data transmission. Yet despite these advancements, the wreckage of MH370 has never been fully recovered, and the world still waits for the final chapter of this tragic story to be written. Where did the plane go? What happened to the passengers? These are questions that may never be answered.